Assalamu alaikum, hi viewers. Today we're gonna make extremely delicious lasagna. This involves 3 steps. This is step 1. In a large pan, I'm adding 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil, 2 large onions. I'm going to saute this until it softens. After it softens, I've got 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Mine is really thick. I've got 1 kg of lamb mince. After the color changes, I'm adding salt to taste. 4 teaspoons of turmeric. I'm only showing 3 here. I added 1 afterwards. So 4 teaspoons of chili powder. 4 tablespoons of jeera. That's cumin. Got a teaspoon of pepper powder. We'll give it a good mix. I've got puree, so I actually skipped the process of making puree. That's a 200 grams tube. I'm only adding 100. If you want to make fresh puree, just add 2 to 3 tomatoes in a cup of water. Bring it to boil and then peel the skin off and grind it. So I skipped that process. Now I'm adding a teaspoon of oregano. That's dried herbs. And 1 teaspoon of parsley. I'm going to add 800 grams of mixed veg. You can also add fresh, involves a lot of cutting. Into this mixture, I'm going to add 3 full cups of water and 3 small potatoes chopped. I'm making a large quantity. This would easily serve 8 till 10 people. If you want less, just divide the amount in half. After all the veg and the mince have cooked, I'm going to add 2 tins of kidney beans into this as well. That's why I added less potatoes. There are so many varieties of lasagna. There's veg lasagna, chicken, meat. This is meat with veg. For 1 kilo of meat, I've got approximately a kilo of vegetables. I'm adding a cup full of coriander chopped, This is about half a bunch. Now for step 2, this is done, so we'll put it aside. In a pan, I'm adding 50 grams of butter. Sorry, I forgot to film adding the plain flour in. I added 3 tablespoons of plain flour into the butter, mixed it well. Now I've just poured in a little bit of milk, giving it a good stir. I'm adding actually a litre of milk, but I added less first because I didn't want any lumps. Add salt to taste, and I'm adding a little bit of parsley. Just making a simple white sauce. As you can see, I've added a little bit more milk. I'm just waiting for it to thicken up a bit. I've got mozzarella cheese. Packet is 200 grams. I've got 100 grams of cheese in this. I'm going to mix it in my white sauce. This is just to skip the layering process with cheese. We're going to have a rich, creamy white sauce. Hope you can see it's thickened up. I've got both of them into one side, and I've got my large baking tray. We'll start the layering process. I'm going to take some of the oil gravy . This is so the sheets don't stick to the bottom, and I've added 1.5 tablespoons of oil more. These are my lasagna sheets. I haven't boiled them. This is the important step. I've actually skipped that boiling step. This is actually a thin sheet, so I'm just stacking them up. Make sure we don't overlap them. I had a little bit of space, so I've just broken one sheet into 3. And I'm adding my minced meat. We have to make sure the whole sheets are full. Now I'm pouring in my white sauce. Normally we pour in the white sauce and then add cheese as well. Because we mixed cheese in this, we don't need to do that. Second layer of sheets. This time I've stacked it the other way around. It's the same step as last time. If you boil your lasagna sheets, gravy can be really thick. Because I haven't boiled them, I made it a bit watery. This is the third layer. I'm keeping this as a final layer. Normally we put 3 or 4 layers of lasagna. Because I've got a lot of veg as well, my layer is thick. The top layer is the important bit. We have to make sure you can't see any gaps of the sheets, because if there's any gap, once we bake them, it's gonna go really hard. If you follow these steps, you're gonna have a very delicious and soft lasagna. Now for the top layer, I'm adding mozzarella cheese, a full 200 grams. So altogether in this tray there's 300 grams of cheese. 100 grams we mixed with our white sauce. This tray isn't the full lot. I've got 2 small foil containers on the side, which are stacked as well. Because lasagna takes a long time, I normally freeze some and use it during the week. This was baked in 180 Celsius for an hour and 10 minutes. Actually, it only took about 50 minutes to be done, but the top color didn't come, so I allowed another few minutes. You can cut this into how large or small you want. I'm making slightly smaller portions here. I'm going to make 12 pieces into this tray. You can serve this with salad or anything. The whole process of making this took me 2 hours. If you had boiled the lasagna sheets and made a sauce as well, it would have took at least 3 hours. So because we skipped a few steps, it actually finished quicker. Here's our extremely delicious lasagna. It was very, very soft. I hope everyone would try this. So if you like this, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.